Priehs here at Bromberg, and I'm sitting with Jessica Yaacoub, who is our Technology Implementation Specialist. We're here to have a conversation about web accessibility and what it means for your business. So Jessica, do you want to give us an introduction on web accessibility?
Sure. Web accessibility is something we've been hearing a lot about lately. There's a lot more things you can do on the internet now. You can schedule your appointments, you can access a restaurant's menu on the internet, you can schedule service for your thermostat. You can do a lot of that stuff, which you couldn't do 10, 15 years ago. If you have a business and you're selling a product or you're selling a service, you want to make sure that your content is accessible to as many people as possible. Some people who might have cognitive or physical impairments might not be able to access your content the same way that somebody who does not have those impairments. If you are somebody who's a visual impairment, that means you're not going to be able to scroll through a website the same way as someone who does not have any visual impairments.
Can you explain why web accessibility is important as it relates to your business or organization?
Web accessibility is very important for a business. If you go to a store and they don't have a wheelchair ramp, that's against federal regulations. Web accessibility is pretty much the same. If you go on a website and you cannot access a PDF, you're on a restaurant's website and you cannot access their menu in PDF and your screen reader is not reading that menu, that means you can't buy from them. That means if that was the purpose of visiting the website, you could not complete that task or action, meaning you can go and sue that company or that restaurant or that establishment the same way you would with any other establishment in a physical location. That's why it's become a very hot topic, because there are companies getting sued every day over web accessibility.
What would be some common barriers that people might not immediately think about as it relates to web accessibility?
People don't really think of barriers on the internet. So in general, they try to think that everybody has equal access on the internet. However, that's not true. If you're blind, you need to use a screen reader, which is a sort of assistive technology, to go through a website. The website needs to be set up in a way that's smart for the screen reader to go through the entire content to make sure it doesn't skip anything, to make sure that everything that it's reading, it makes sense, including alternative text, including description of images. Anybody with a physical impairment might use other assistive technologies. You also need to make sure that that content is accessible and compatible with those technologies.
And what are the guidelines regarding web accessibility?
There is something out there called the WCAG guidelines, or the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. And those offer a description of what web accessibility is and how to start implementing it in your website. It's for web content creator, it's for developers, it's for anybody who's really looking to implement web accessibility. It goes into, fonts and colors and skip navigation and alternative text. It's not everything you need, but it's a starting point. If someone is serious about getting their website compatible with web accessibility, they need to have somebody help them prioritize their task and even perform an evaluation on their website to tell them what's wrong with it.
If you want to learn more about the services we can offer you about how to make your content accessible, please visit us on our website, brombergtranslations.com, and feel free to reach out.